No, this is not coffee. It's green tea. Yes, drinking green tea, folks. Yeah, thinking, Aaron, why you drink that stuff? It's just too fancy. But, whatever. It's my decision to make myself to drink whatever I like to drink. But anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry it took so long, Richard, to do any videos. I just basically, been spending the holidays, which, it's December, and everybody just basically shopping, buying gifts, and everything. And I don't know, I just like the idea. I just took myself a break off worship from YouTube and just do a little bit, arrangements worship from basically doing the DVD collection. If you see my side right here, and I actually buy a couple more DVDs and Blu-rays, but we're gonna spread out this for 3 parts. So let's get started for part 1 of my DVD Blu-ray update collection today on Aaron Parents Multimedia Reviews. Welcome back. Alrighty, without further ado, let's start with the first batch of the Blu-ray sets. Now, I have to say, this was something that I really want to get this for Richard for a lot of reasons. I mean, like, A, it was just a really well-built memory childhood to just basically remember this movies. And I don't know, I don't know, people don't really like this movies because they're not really captures of the whole spy thing and the whole basically slam bam. But just think about it. I mean, you're getting, action along with basic spying. I mean, it's not actually spying, very consistent like James Bond spying, but it's very well child spying because, I pretty much every child who wants to become as a lawyer or veterinarian or even become a secret agent. You ever thought about that? Yeah, I find this movie very well good for my age, and I remember when I saw this. I remember originally when I saw it to the time when it was released. I was hooked on to this movie, especially with the other two versions. And I actually heard with there's the fourth film out on DVD and Blu-ray. I think it came out right before when this came out a bit about. I am, of course, talking about the Spy Kids trilogy. Yes, this is the Spy Kids trilogy, and I have to say this is actually recommend to get for anybody who is a Spy Kids fan or just any kind of fan user who enjoys watching spy material. Now, what's great about this Spy Kids movies? Well, to be honest, it's a pretty well childish humor to it, but here's the thing about originally the James Bond version against with the Spy Kids version. Now, James Bond's more as a adult attitude for adults, versus who like to get the girl and actually, try to have sex with her after towards the end of the mission and everything, and whatever. And that's how James Bond is versus nowadays. But now James Bond's more mature, more or less than action, and I think it's just kind of wear down versus to see James Bond to just continue on based on his mission to go on these side quest missions from location to location. Well, for the Spy Kids, this is actually meant for kids who ever imagine themselves to become, secret agents. I mean, come on. Have you ever thought about, spy on your neighbors or spy on your parents? I mean, I done that before as a kid, and I enjoy it. I think it's just one of those moments for you as a child, you just basically experience of new um, things you never done before. So what I like about the Spy Kids movies is that it was very well oriented with family film, because you get to see the kids be able to become as secret agents. Because in the first film, you see Junie and I think I keep the name of these characters and their names, but I mean. When they play, the brother and sister kind of like hate each other, or so they just kind of like dislike each other and everything. But once they find out their parents are secret agent spies from from the government, it's pretty wise that they kind of like they want to be part of this whole spy thing group. So it's pretty interesting to see this movie. And along with basically in the second film, it's more very oriented family and um, scene when you see the family, trying to really become, the best spies they can be, and just, go on these great missions on each other. So when you see the brother and sister try to go on these great super adventures, I actually enjoy the second film better, Richie, because the second film shows the brother and sister go to this rich and mysterious lost island called the Dreams Lost Island of the Dreams. Yeah, that's what the title is called, and it's pretty well interesting film. It's like a well interesting film, and it just really kind of captivated seeing these two characters really just have a collaborate with each other and know each other much more. In the third film, I find it pretty okay because you get to see the recommend of the brother and sister not trying to be as as a whole, as a team. You see the family, going in separate ways, doing their daily routines of spy work and everything. And it just basically really just capture that humor because towards the end, where they all come to basically face this giant Pacific robot, because in the first scene, you get to see the brother find out that his sister is basically stuck in this virtual reality video game called Game Over, created by this madman scientist who created this game. He's also because you know what the main villain in the third film is? Sylvester Stallone. I mean, how freaking cool is that? I mean, just seeing Sylvester Stallone back in film for probably like some kind of like maybe 10 or even 5 years or so that he's basically not film. And it's pretty well interesting because when I saw him originally in the third film, I was so surprised that he would play a very good villain. I mean, he didn't play actually a bad villain. He would just play like a capable villain that just wanted to have virtual reality come true. I mean, don't we all think virtual reality will come true in reality? But you just don't see that much of it. So anyway, Spy Kids, very well recommended getting in. It just awesome, good set, Richard, that you pick it up, Richard. If you're a die-hard Spy Kids fan, then this is something that Richard I recommend you get in. I wouldn't say die-hard fans, but just basic fans who watch the film itself and actually enjoy it. So yeah, definitely would recommend it if you are a Spy Kids fan. So basically, we have all three films in one simple Blu-ray set. Very triple Blu-ray set feature. On the spine, we have a nice representation of the text of each movies. And the back is basically this information, basically. It doesn't show any features on this, because I was kind of disappointed in the first film on the DVD version. They didn't quite know features on it. But here, on the Blu-ray version, you get features on it. So I was like, hey, for $20, for basically buying all three of them, along with basically the features on the first film, how can you go wrong with that? That's just something for me as a fan watching these movies. I mean, it's just really something I really want to basically see. I want to see a little bit of features of basically the first film, and it was pretty well great, and it was really. And all the three films has a trailer of the fourth Spy Kids film, which I will eventually come across again. That eventually, hopefully, maybe if it's any good or because people said that the fourth film is kind of a little done with because with the new cast, but sometimes you gotta take some credit for it. You have to forgive what the filmmakers are trying to make these prequels or sequels or remakes movies to try to make it more better than the first. So, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but definitely recommend getting this. All right, so Spy Kids, the trilogy, awesome cassette, very well recommended getting it. So let's put that right there. You can probably see version. There we go. And then I went to Walmart. Then I was going back to the DVD and Blu-ray stand on the inside of the front of the electronics. And I really want to pick up all the Harry Potter movies, and I will eventually do an update review with the movies and the books itself, because I wanted to basically do that originally. But here's a story I was very kind of originally. I was very quiet that to pick these up because I was never really didn't want to pick them up. I didn't want to get in an individual set because for some reason it would take some time to get these sets original once the two parts of the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows movies been released, and I just really didn't want to wait. But as I was basically walking away from electronics, I actually saw these three on Blu-ray. Yes, these are the triple featured Blu-ray edition. This is the only limited time only from Walmart. Yes, they actually did the original very special for these sets. These were currently available on DVD, but they don't have any features on it. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, you have these originally triple sets on DVD, but no features? Really? Like, I don't know. But whatever. I actually really want to pick these up because I have the two films on VHS originally. I did have some Harry Potter DVDs, but I actually sold them originally because I need some money originally for a change, and B, I need to basically try to just try to sell some of my DVDs originally for a change and actually work for some money. But I was very happy to get these back in the collection, and I was very happy originally to get them. So we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or just the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know which one it is, but I call it the Sorcerer's Stone. Chamber of Secrets. Same thing as originally as the features. I guess I didn't show you originally the inside of the covers, have I? Of the spike, because I'm going to basically give you inside. Before we get okay. Make sure that the discs are properly straight. Come on. Third one's kind of hard originally to get straight. There we go. So again, that's originally image of the. Okay, so there we go. Image of the. Image flip on the side. Same thing with a triple adjustment set. Very awesome. Let's put it back here, like that. So there we go. Then we have, once again, the two Harry Potter films. And my knowledge is the same features on basically on the Blu-ray several sets which that is available on Blu-ray. And if we get the disc nice and straight, there we go. Same thing with the basic nice art disc. I actually found this art disc pretty awesome, Richard, because it looks like the same. It looks like the posters from the original Harry Potter movie sets, I believe. I'm pretty sure that it is, Richard, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So definitely really worth Richard. It is the same thing, Richard, as the. It is the same thing with basically with the original Blu-ray sets. So you're not mentioning much. And to be honest, I'm not really curious of basically buying those box sets because A, they take so bloody space. B, they're so really kind of hard to find for certain stores. I mean, you could find them originally basically in certain stores like in certain movie stores, like for instance, a Blockbuster, or I mean, even probably Walmart. I'm pretty much sure Walmart will probably have it. But the reason why I want to get these sets is pretty well commended. But I will explain that a little bit more after this video. So basically, we have Prisoner of Azkaban and the Goblet of Fire. With the same thing again. Features on the Blu-ray sets. Nothing more into it. And when we open up, we get a nice artwork of the discs. Put that there. And then finally, for the base of the, for the 5th and 6th film, Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince. I actually find Half-Blood Prince really good written movie because, yeah, they did kind of do some number changes, but I will explain that originally into a review video someday. Then basically we have it back. And then when we open it up, we have nice sort of disc art. Nothing that serious, just the same, really. So yeah, pretty well, awesome, good set. Definitely worth Richard for 20 well basically for $40, which I just have to really go over anyway. Yeah, so I was very happy Richard to get these sets. I was very happy to get them, and not to say originally from having this one originally eventually. This was something I really wanted to pick up because I really these three I was very surprised not to get them because they were $13.88. But they were basically just a special edition for basically for the two-part Deathly Hallows sets. So I was thinking, you know what? I'm just going to get the whole darn thing and basically save that money up for something else. I mean, yeah, I could save that money up for something else, but, you know, I just have to say, hey, you know what? I'll buy it. I'll take that, Richard, for $1. I mean, it's not that much. I mean, yeah, it was a little pricey, Richard, because the original sets were basically $14.99. So I could basically pay 13 for basically for 3 films, and I could get caught up with the Harry Potter trilogy because I want to do a review of all the movies that, along with basically the book, is probably different. Because I really want to do a review of all the Harry Potter movies along with basically with the book. So that's what I'm really planning on doing. But there's really more I want to talk about, Richard, about the Spy Kids movies another time of a video episode. So that pretty much ends up a part 1 of the DVD Blu-ray updates collection. So look for part 2 of my collection. So until then, thank you for watching, and sayonara.